Hello beautiful beings of Instagram, welcome to a little message that I'd like to bring to everyone today. This is a reading that is designed to bring you into alignment with your divinity. And interestingly enough, I actually did a reading for a client, and the first two cards, Backstage and Empowerment, came through. Now, I'd shuffled these cards before doing a reading today and made sure that they were all blended together and, you know, massively shuffled, and they just pop back out again. So this is a huge message to come through, to actually find these cards, these two exact cards come back through again. It's a message for the collective. So we're going to start with looking at where we are at, and the reason that we're doing what we're doing is to empower ourselves. However, there's things going on, you know, in our inner landscape that is preventing us from moving forward. It's holding us back. And you can see the Backstage card here is 3 masks hanging on the door. It's to indicate that, you know, the world's a stage, and whatever situation we're in, we're putting on some kind of mask, some kind of role, and this is about hanging up that mask and becoming our true and authentic self. But sometimes we over-identify with our mask that we actually forget who we are. So this is an invitation for you to start going behind the door and seeing the person that you really are, and what it is that you love and enjoy, and what, you know, lifts up your energy. Conversely, what is taking away your energy? What is draining you? Why do you need to wear these masks? Why do you need to do what you do? So it's almost like a reevaluation and looking at things with a new, empowered and experienced wisdom. So if you've done some things in the past that were seemingly unforgivable, now is the time to be more forgiving of yourself and look at it as, you know, what was the lesson to be learned here, and why did you make those choices in that moment? And once you come to have an understanding, you can have a little bit more compassion for yourself. And as you have more love and compassion for yourself, you know, that incident no longer holds power over you. And so when you're engaging with other people, you're not trying to protect that aspect of you. You're not trying to hide it or keep it from view. You've made peace with it, and then it can no longer affect you in your present life and your relationships. The Empowerment card here, we have the Puma, and he's in a stalking mode, actually, climbing up this branch or log. And the main message from this is actually creating an environment that is empowering to you. So we can be we can be creatures of habit, and whatever served us in the past, we've adapted to that, and it's no longer serving us where we're going forward. And the creature in this card is in their element, but they need to feel safe at the same time. You know, that if you put them in a cage, like in a zoo, it's not the natural element. They will adapt, but it doesn't bring out the best in them. This is about bringing out the best in you and being more attuned to your natural desires and inclinations so that you can be your best self. You're not putting on a show, you're not pretending, you're not having to play a certain role. This is about being more authentic, but being in a surrounding that promotes that as well. And the action that you take during this unveiling, we can see here, is the process of listening. And not just listening with your ears, but listening with your body. Your body is an antenna, And when you engage in certain activities, when you engage in certain thoughts, when you eat certain foods, it affects your energy. So this is about being a bit more observant and taking the time, making the time to just sit with yourself and saying, how do I feel in this moment? Being very aware so that you are able to make more informed decisions about where you want to go and whether it's bringing you closer to your authenticity or taking you away from it. Listening is a skill. Actually making the time and taking the time to listen without judgment or putting too much emphasis on meaning. Rather, it's a feminine process. It's about receiving and understanding and attuning to how it benefits everybody involved. So we've got two elements of water showing up in these cards, and that's about connection in terms of, you know, connecting with yourself and your emotions and your feelings and your relationships, and whether the water is flowing, whether it's harsh, whether it's soft. Using that as a way to go into your interactions with people or nature or your pets or anything like that. Are you coming in with the flow that's obscured, obstructed, heavy, soft? You know, how is your energy? Is it uplifting? Does it make you expand? So it's all about choosing with more consciousness, choosing from your body and your mind together. And once you create a safe space inside of you, then it'll start to reflect in the world around you on the outside. So I want to also bring through, just for the next week, take some time to document what you're listening to. You know, the element of sound. How is that vibration working for you? When you're conversing with someone, actually put aside your own ideas for that moment and listen to what the other person is saying and see if you are understanding them. Active listening is a skill that it can be learned, and it's being able to paraphrase what someone said and also reflect their feeling. You will find that people start to relax and become less defensive when you give them this space and when it's reciprocated, but also listening into yourself. You're actually slowing down the mind and hearing the thoughts and the judgments. You know, this is about you being empowered. I hope this message resonates with you. Drop some comments below, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.